Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Everyday EDC. I'm going to call this the COVID episode. I am currently off work once again due to COVID. We actually have symptoms, but we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Lucky for me, I happen to be off when I get a box. So this is a box from Reddit. I think I know what's in it, but I kind of forgot one of the items. So I'm going to be doing this unboxing for you. Typically I only do one knife unboxing, but lately it's kind of like these items, it might as well go for two. So, our unboxing knife for the day is the Kershaw Launch 10. And let's see what we got. I'm holding the box goofy because it's showing all sorts of information on it. And, yeah, let's just go in from this side here. Oh, man. A little congested. That's all this COVID thing is for me. Not a huge deal. Hey, look, we got some tissue paper for the congestion. That was sweet of them. Here is a knife, and here is what is thought to be another knife. Let's put that over here. Now, I know the lighting's weird too, guys, by the way. Because I'm feeling under the weather, I don't really feel like doing my whole lighting setup. To do the lighting that I just got that makes it look way better actually takes probably about 20 minutes setup and a 10-minute teardown, so I'm going to just avoid that this time. Hopefully you guys are okay with it. We got a cut-up t-shirt, also good for tissue paper. That'd be nice. Ooh, interesting. This is the Boker Roundhouse. Never been interested in Boker before. This kind of came as a package deal. So, A, that's cool. But B, the reason I really am excited about this one in particular is that it really reminds me of... Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it for y'all. There it is. It really reminds me of the QSP Copperhead. And as you guys know, this is, if I had to pick a budget knife between this and the Best Tech Swordfish, probably my two favorite budget knives of all time up to this point. The Copperhead's tolerances just are so good. It has drop shut action almost, but it's smooth, that it's controlled. The action on it is, even though I'm not being able to do it right, is really good. 14C28N steel. So, you know, that's why I was excited about this guy. This guy just reminds me of it, right? So we have some carbon fiber, and the carbon fiber doesn't feel cheap. For the record, this is like a $98 knife. Obviously, I bought it on the secondary, so it's not that much. But the centering, it's a little off. I'm sure we could fix it, but we're not going to on this. I believe this is a titanium pocket clip. It's a big honking thing, so that's interesting. But this carbon fiber actually does feel really good. It's textured really nicely, and it doesn't feel cheap. I believe this is writing on bearings. Zoop. Let's see if you guys can see it. Yeah, you really can't see it, but we're about to find out, right? Let's get ready for this first flip. Ooh, it's a little tight, but oh wow, look at that. Look at that freaking secondary grind. That thing is intense. That's a big-ass secondary grind. I think he put that on there. It's an intense secondary grind, though. Holy smokes. So there's slight side-to-side. That might come due to... Let's see. Where's my tool at? Yeah, just a little tweak. No side to side. Action is fine. I do have to fix that centering. It's still not good. The action is just fine. Ergonomics on the Boker Roundhouse actually feel really good. They're reminiscent of the QSP Copperhead. It's because of that rounded handle shape. It just feels really good. We'll do a cut test here in a little bit, but let's get to the next one. Before we go on, the liner is difficult to access. That was the first thing I noticed about this. But mostly, it's pretty good. The overall knife feels good. The fit and finish feels good. It feels solid in your hand. I'm excited about this, but at the same time, I'm not that excited because at face value, this thing's like a $100 knife. And you're getting D2 carbon fiber, you know, Boker, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited because it reminds me of this. And so I'm hoping that it's going to cheer me up as much as the Copperhead does. but we'll just have to wait and see. So far, the ergonomics feel great. The fidget factor does not feel as great, but yeah. Anyways, put that guy off to the side here. This next one comes in a pouch, and I don't want to show you the name of it because I don't want to give it away. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the QSP Penguin. Pelican. The QSP Pelican. That's what this is in micarta. So, in hand, I've been eyeballing the Pelican for almost 6 months now. Really wanted to get it, but couldn't pull the trigger on the price. Due to getting a really good deal on these two together, it just kind of happened and fell into my lap. So, I'm assuming this is a titanium pocket clip, but don't quote me on that. When I do the review, you're going to see much better of that. We have a back spacer here, which probably is some sort of G10. Although it feels kind of smooth. That might be titanium as well. I'll look into that and get that for you guys on the review. The micarta does not feel like a cheap micarta. You guys know that cardboard feeling micarta. This is like a step up from that. It's smooth, but it's not hard in your hands. It just feels like it's going to be pretty nice. The centering on this guy. This one is also slightly off center. Let's see if I can get you. That's a better angle. The first angle made it look way worse than it was. Slightly off center. Not a big deal. A little bit of detent rock right there. I can feel that. But it feels solid and locked in. The liners are milled out. Got a flipper tab here reminiscent of what a Pelican would look like. Color scheme's a little goofy. Silver, gold, black, brown. But that's all right. That's all right. QSP, you get a free pass in a lot of the things that you do because I love you guys so much. Let's do this. Interesting. Okay. So in hand, the ergonomics feel really good. This fat part of the scales really, really sits in hand and it feels good. Now, while it feels good in hand, I'm going to say it almost feels kind of slippery. And that's not going to make much sense to you guys until you felt something like this. It feels like I can probably slip out of this, but using this knife in hand, it's going to feel comfortable. Once I get a little bit more experience with that, we'll note it in the reviews. This is an S35 VN blade. Obviously a pretty standard Wharncliffe that's just going to probably wreck anything it touches. Function, I can't imagine that this would be anything less than awesome. Side to side, there is none. So, oh, look at that. Heavy-ass blade. Once again, QSP's action, guys. To put that into perspective, I'm carrying my puffin today. I missed my puffin. And just tiny little blade. Boom. Right? You got the copperhead. $55. Like, just awesome. Everything from QSP, and it feels good. Like, it's not that Tucson action that I mentioned in one of my Tucson reviews where it's like you can feel the grittiness. You really can't. Just right on open, and then right on down. I don't feel it. It's not... I'm not going to compare it to the Koenig Arius or something like that, right? But it's nice. I like it. You can access that liner lock really easy, and that liner lock's nice and gentle on you. It has some, I'm going to call it like, I don't know, it's just like little grooves. I don't know what you'd call that, where they just lined it up. It's not really a scalloping. It's kind of like, yeah, you guys see it. Right there. See that? And it makes it really actually comfortable to flip. Now, the flipper, let's see. I can fail it, but it's difficult. You guys know that I'm pretty good at failing, and this thing's hard for me to fail. So, as I fail it. Really good action, in my opinion. Really good action. No up and down, no side to side. The only problem I have is that a little bit of detent rock right there. Not a big deal, but the detent's still strong. It kind of opens with a thud. It's not that gratifying of a sound to open. Not that that matters for most, but this one has a little bit more gratifying of like a mini thwack. This one's like thud. Imagine a pelican landing on the roof of your house. That's what that sounds like. No pun intended, or is there? Let's get you guys a simple cut test here. Now, the cut test is from whatever the seller has done to these. I'm not really 100% sure. And obviously, if I have to put my own edge on them, I will. But, man, this thing, that grind, huge. Huge. Alright. Well, it may be huge, but this thing cuts. It will cut. This thing cuts really well. I actually really like that. I like this knife a lot more in hand now that it's cutting like that. There's something about the way it bites in, and there's no difficulty whatsoever. What was that? I thought I saw a little bit of up and down. There's no difficulty whatsoever. It just bites and goes. Like, it really nice. And I think a lot of it has to do with the blade shape and just the way that these knives go, right? I'm not sure what's going on there. Thought I sharpened this guy with a freaking max. Might need some extra stropping. Alright, your QSP Pelican. Let's see what this guy's got on this edge. Oh. Wow. So that is buttery. Oh yeah. That's nice. Yep. Oh, this Pelican. I really like this Pelican offhand. That Boker I actually don't dislike either. For a Boker, and Boker's one of those brands that I kind of have a preconceived notion about, so my opinions of it are probably a little misconstrued, right? Or a little biased, if you will. And again, I apologize for the lighting. I'm just lazy today. Just give me a break here. But so this is the QSP Pelican and the Boker Roundhouse unboxing. Two very cool knives. Very good quality feeling. I'm going to get these knives centered up. I'm going to get them tweaked up. I'm going to use them for a little bit once I get through with my current setup. Get you guys some reviews on them. Let you know if they're forever knives. Right now, I mean, both of them I really like. So we'll see where this goes. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great freaking day, guys.